first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Got a man. It's Gibson, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll go play action. Howell. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Buying time to his left. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form, and he comes through here with a first down catch.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off-play action. It's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Lions 0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 36, Howell. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ty Summers came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, Howell. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Lions 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Goff. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. This is Swift on the counter. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right down Broadway. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give up the middle to Gibson. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that. And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Dotson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Eight yards to go on second down. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I certainly felt for Sam Howell watching him fall from a possible first-round pick at one point all the way to day 3 of the draft, but it's just extra fuel for a guy now who drew comparisons to some of the league's most fiery competitors at quarterback. When he gets into a tough spot, Howell knows how to create and make some impressive reads and also some impressive runs. And I think that's how he'll succeed as an NFL quarterback.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Now they go play action with Howell. On the move to his left. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Chase Claypool from 10 yards out. And the Lions are back within a score.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. That's caught, and he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty, so they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
16. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Powell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Powell tried to pick it up on 3rd. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Alex Hensley on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Second and 8 coming up. Off play action. It's Howell. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well. Here's a give to Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second and 8. Second down, Howell back to pass. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's gone. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Goff. Left side, got Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Howell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A handoff for Gibson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Once more, Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll run with Gibson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Commanders 28. Lions 16.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, here's Gibson again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Gibson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a first down throw. Goff escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Jones has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Goff. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he opts to not